Hello everyone and welcome back to X-Plane 11 once again. We are going to fly the Coronado B-58 Baron here today in Corfu, Greece. So FlyTampa, actually, which is a developer that makes sceneries for the FSX and Prepared platform, has moved over to X-Plane and has started to make sceneries for it. The first one being Corfu, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Let's just fly around here real quick. So you can get a good idea of what we've got here. So let's go up, zoom out, look at the texture work on this airport. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's a beautiful day here. It's got, you know, a little bit of haze today, some clouds, but nonetheless, we can do some good VFR flying. But look at the attention to detail, all the little buildings out here. It's just a fantastic scenery. Picked it up at xplane.org, of course. Don't mind the 2D texture sprite there of the clouds. I'm using Ultra Weather XP 2.2. I'm not using X-Enviro right now. I'm probably going to try out X-Enviro again, but it's been a little while, so, you know. I haven't flown the Baron in forever, so I'm excited to do that. I did update everything, including our EP. I had a problem with the plane not working at all. All I had to do was just update our EP, and it worked, so that is what we are going to do. Let's start off with our walk around here. So let's go to the walk around mode. Cockpit preparation. Let's go to pre-flight here. So control lock has been removed and stowed. We don't see it in there anymore anyway, so it's fine with me. Parking brake is set. Should be set. Are you set? I don't think it's gonna let me manipulate that, so I'm not gonna mess with it. All switches are off except for the beacon line. That's okay. Trim tab set to 0. Yep, it is. Right fuselage. We've got load distribution checked and secured. Static port looks free and clear there. Elevator control surfaces. We'll check the elevator, and it seems to be working just fine. We move on to the rudder. Left, right there. Beautiful. Clear of obstructions. Tie down. Let's go ahead and take that guy off. Go to the next one. Left side here, we've got the inlet, the outlet, and the static ports. Those are all good to go. Everything's together there. Check the general conditions of the flaps. That's what we want right there. And how about the aileron? Looks like it's free and moving, no problems there. We have good color in the fuel there. 183 liters. Okay. Check quantity, it's good to go. Toggle the tie down here. We move on to the chocks. We're gonna take those away. Tire status looks good. We're all green. And oil quantity looks good to me. I'm happy with that. Engine cowling check. Yep, that's all good to go. You can turn the cover on and off there, but we're gonna keep it off because we're gonna go flying. No section. We're gonna take the pitot tube cover off. Probe the temperature if we wanted to have that turned on. It would let us know right there, but it's a beautiful day. I'm not worried about that. Taxi light looks all good, and the heater air inlets are clear. Move on to the next one. Tire status was green. Baggage door is not showing there, but we're gonna say it's secure. I haven't opened it, so oil quantity's good. Again, everything here looks great. We can take the chocks off there, and we're gonna have the tie down right there. Then we move on to the right side wing, and fuel looks great. Ailerons are working. And how about those flaps? Fantastic. We can finish our pre-flight. We're ready to go flying. So if you haven't checked out the Coronado Baron, here it is in all its glory. By default, I can tell you right now, pay the extra money and get the REP package for this thing. It will absolutely change the way you feel about this airplane, because the default Coronado one isn't the greatest thing on the planet, and this really brings it up. You can tow your airplane around if you want to. You have a maintenance report right here to let you know how if everything's in order, which is fantastic. These are all REP things. And if you don't want to wait around, you can always do the automatic engine start and get right up to it. But we're not going to do that. We're going to do the fun stuff. Mass and balance. You can see everything here. If we wanted to mess with any of this, we could. Middle front seat 75. Let's put this at 0. If you put this at 0, you won't have a person on the right side there. I can't remember if that happens or not. Nope, you still have a person that just weighs nothing, but they're not in here anyway, it's just in the external, so that's fine. Okay, enough babbling. Let's go to the checklist. Kneebird, yep. You go over here and you just go bink. You can open it right there. Before starting checklist, Seats are in position and locked. Seatbelts and shoulder harnesses fastened and adjusted. Parking brake is indeed set right here. Oh, maybe it wasn't. It was not on. Son of a bitch. It is now. All avionics are off. Landing gear handle is down. Yes, right there. Cowl flap switches. We want to open these guys, so let's do that now. They need to go to the. Oh, they are open. Sweet. Perfect. Can't complain there. Fuel selectors. Check those guys to be on. Where is the fuel selector in this airplane? It's been a while. It's been a while in this airplane, but I did find them. They're down here, and they are both on. That's what we want. Perfect. All circuit breakers, switches, and equipment controls. Those all look good. They're not popped out or anything, so that's great. Battery switch, we can turn that on now. There it goes. Beacon is on. We already have it on right there. Fuel quantity indicators. We want to check the quantity of the fuel down here. And it's not showing anything. That's not good. It's almost like we don't have any battery power at all. What happened? If we turn our avionics on? Seems to be working, but not working at the same time. That is very strange. Looks like we might have a problem here with our battery. Current charge 0 W per hour, max 270. So it is dead. We are going to recharge it. There we go. That was the problem. Let's turn the battery on now. And now we have a working battery. It was dead. So that's good to know. You go into the maintenance and you're good to go. So we have fuel. We can see it right there. We have about 2 hours on board today. That works great. Where's the OAT? Right here. So about 65 degrees out today. Not too bad. Not too shabby at all. We're going to keep the doors closed though. Okay, so battery is on. Beacon is on. Fuel quantity is good. Landing gear position lights are down. 3 green there. Emergency landing here. Gear hand crank. We're not worried about that. Let's go to the next thing. Let's do starting. Mixture control. Full rich. Remember with these airplanes, you have to go full rich on these. Props go fully forward. Like that. Throttle go full open. It's very strange to start these. Fuel boost pump switches need to be on each one. And they go onto the high mode and only for a little bit so we don't flood the engine. Remember that. So let's go. 2, 3. That's good enough. And 1, 2, 3. That's good enough there. You saw the fuel flow. The engines are primed. They're good to go. Throttle is closed, and then we open it a 1/4 inch for each engine we start. We'll start with the left one first. Let's go ahead and fire it up. Come on. And we got a good left side engine there. Bring him back to idle power here. And let's go ahead and start the right one. And there it goes. Perfect. Give him a little bit of RPM here. We want to get these things in the get the oil pressures up and everything here. And we don't want to foul this the spark plug, so that'll work. More than 30 seconds, a 4-minute period. Yeah, we already did all of that. That looks good. Oil pressure was good. I checked that on the starts. Alternator switch was on. Everything's good to go there. We need to turn our generators on. I think that's a part of the next one. After starting the taxi, avionics can come on now. There they go. Turn our alternators on. There they are. Not generators, alternator. Avionics are good. Exterior lights is required. Brakes, we're going to release and check them before we start taxiing here. I love how the airplane dances around. It's awesome. Parking brake is set. Oh, wait, that's before takeoff's checklist. So for our run up, we'll do that. So here we are in Corfu. Let's go flying. Let's bring our flaps up. There we go. You can see it's moving around just fine out there. And we're ready to taxi finally. Let's go ahead and push this guy in. Let's bring our engines back a little bit on power there. Bring you in. There it goes. And where's the winds at? Let's check our brakes. I have brakes. Do you have brakes? Yes. That's what you would say if you were a dual pilot. Like, do I have the brakes? Yes, I do. We want to keep those RPMs up right now. And the wind is literally just blowing down runway 17 here. So we're going to do that. Pulling back a little bit here. And we are full mixture. All that props good. It's not going to take much. We'll do our run up right here, actually. Let's go ahead. The engine spark plugs are fouling. Yeah, it always says that. Just give me a sec. Oh my God, that does not look good at all. What's that? We have an engine fire or something? What the hell's going on here? We have engine fires. What the hell is that about? Kill them. Kill them both. What the hell happened there? If that was if that was just an effect of the fuel, of the spark plugs fouling, that is a little obnoxious. Check the maintenance report here. I've never seen anything like that in my life. Back to here. Everything's good. Okay, so it was just a little scary. That's all. It was just an X-Plane 11 effect, so don't mind that. Let's go ahead and start these. Wait, it's doing this again. What are you doing? I've never seen anything like that. Okay, let's go ahead and still puffing here and there. Let's start the left engine again. It might not start. Nah, we're probably gonna have to. What is this black smoke? We're going to have to prime them again. So let's do that. This is just ridiculous. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay, and then quarter. See, they're fine. It's just being really stupid. Being really stupid. We'll keep those RPMs up. Maybe it'll go away. I really don't know what the hell that is. Maintenance calls it clear, so we just have smoke around our airplane for whatever reason. It can never go perfect, to tell you that. Let's go ahead and go back to our, over here on the right, our knee board. And before takeoff, parking brake is set. Seatbelts and shoulder harnesses are checked. Fuel boost pumps off. Yes, they are off. All instruments are good. Let's double check our here. Almost 340 here, and almost 434. Yeah, it looks okay there. Not too bad. Fuel indicators, they are good to go. Mixture is a full rich, and it is. Starter, energized, annunciator light is checked off. Throttles, 2200 RPM. Let's do it now. $22, about right there. It's pretty good. All right, propeller, exercise them. Here we go. There, it died, and it's back up. Right side, same thing. Back up. Throttles back to 1700 RPM. That's looking pretty good. A little bit back, a little further. A little bit further. There we go. 1700 is checked. Magnetos, check the 50 RPM max diff. All right, let's see the right sides here. Oop. Looking kind of weird. There's a drop. Back to both. And the other one. There it is. Back to this. That looks good. Let's try the left engine. Left. There's the drop. Back to up. We'll do the right one. Be very careful when I do it so I don't actually shut it off. That looks good. All right. Magnetos are checked. Throttles 1500 RPM now. Back down to here. That looks good. Check feathering for props. Like we said, we've already done that stuff. Throttles are idle to 900 at 1000. Okay, fantastic. Electric trim. Is that guy good to go? Let's just put it on. Yeah, it's just set to. It's 3, 4. It's about 5 up. Let's just put it down to 3. I don't remember. I think I used to use 3. It's been a while. So I'll be happy with that. Flaps check and set for takeoff. Let's do that. Put our first notch down. There's the blue light. Flight controls. We're gonna check these guys. They are free and correct. And we can look outside and visually tell that is the case. Can't see the. Screw all this black smoke. You know what? I might have hit the I key. Is that what it is? Is it the smoke key? I don't know what the hell is causing this smoke. Maybe it'll go away. Okay, flaps are good. Doors are good. Parking brake, we can release that and let's go flying. Good Lord. What a start to our day, right? Okay, you can go in. I'm happy with you. We can put you back where you were. And this thing taxis like a beast. Pull those back. I don't care if you want to say I'm fouling this spark plugs or not, but that's just insanity. Pull up out here. Line up on the runway. And let's go flying. Hopefully we won't have a huge black trail of smoke behind us here. Very, very strange behavior today in the Baron. Let's go ahead and give it some power. And let's check out the island of Corfu. Add some more power here. Remember, you gotta go real easy on this guy. There's our speed right here. And up we go. Positive rate, gear up. Let's make sure it indeed went up. Yep, then it gears up. Lights are out. Let's pull our RPM back here. We'll refer to the checklist here in a second here and bring our manifold pressure back. All right, so looking okay. We'll bring our flaps up. There's the drop of the nose when we do that. Look how beautiful this island is. Looks awesome. Beautiful day to go flying. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, well, we cannot get rid of the black smoke coming out of the back of the airplane. I'm not sure what is going on with that. I've hit X and other things to try to make that stop, but it's just going to continue to do it. So let's just ignore it. It's not supposed to be there. Let's just enjoy the sights here. So, won't have a landing replay today, but that's okay. We want to see what this is all about. All right, so we're coming around this mountain here, and we're getting some good bumps from it too. Let's go to the left here. We're climbing to about 3,000 feet. Man, a little shaky up here. Let's have a look at our kneeboard. After takeoff checklist, or cruise climb, I'm sorry. Mixture is full rich. Cowl flaps as required. We have them open right now. Power is full throttle. 2,500 on the props is what they want. So, man, we are getting tossed about right up here. So right where we have it, 25 was fine. And okay, I think we're pretty much good here. I'm gonna go ahead and just kill that guy so we can have a look at the scenery. How beautiful that is. It looks really, really, really nice. If you guys have had an issue of REP packages billowing black smoke out, please let me know in the comments below how to fix that. I think what I read on Google just a little bit ago was you have to go into Plane Maker and change that out. If that's the case, that's not good. No one should have to do that, you know. But we are going to fly regardless today. Because damn it, it's a beautiful scenery. And let's have a little bit of fun with it. We'll go down a little low here. And you can turn the prop sync on too. That'll prevent this sound. Watch. Prop sync on. It's gonna sync them in together so you don't have the warring effect. That seems to be doing pretty much the same. Let's descend. 3,000 was really bumpy, so I don't mind coming down here. Look how gorgeous the scenery is, though. This is fantastic stuff. So having FlyTampa on board of X-Plane 11 is a dream come true. They know how to make some amazing scenery. They really do. Like I said, it's a little hazy today, but we're flying with real world weather, so that would be why. The little villages and stuff down there, that is awesome. Well, that mesh right there it's okay. Just don't look at it too close, right? Don't look at it too close. Let's head over back to where's the city, which is off to our right, but I'm just enjoying this countryside out here. That is just too cool. 2,000 feet isn't too bad right here for a nice sightseeing tour. About the amount of bumps you would expect, you know, being on an island like this with these mountains. 100%. Let's make another right turn this way. Let's head back towards the city so we can check all of that stuff out. Maintain 2,000 feet. Let this thing come down a little bit more. Not being such a stickler on it today. Yeah, it's a real shame that the well, X-Plane just had a huge update, so I think that might have broke something because I've never seen it smoke like that before. I thought we had an engine fire. I'm like, what the hell did we do? So I treated it as an engine fire and I just shut it down and inspected it. And the maintenance came out and said, nope, you were good to go. I don't know what's wrong with it, but apparently we were good to go. Boy, that looks amazing. Those little villages all along there. There's the ocean there. Let's turn back this way. Still hanging around 2,000 feet here. No problem. See the cruise ship out there, so that we know where the cruise ship is. That's the airport's just off to the right of the cruise ship, and that's the cruise ship right there in front of us. You see it right there. So you can use that as a great visual aid here. So let's go ahead and bring our props forward. Turn off prop sync, just like that. Start slowing this puppy down. Pull our manifold pressure back. And we get set up for a landing here into Corfu. Drop that manifold pressure big time here so we don't... It's basically like, you know, bringing the power to idle. Okay, we're still descending down here. Bleed some speed off here with this guy. I have the runway in sight. We're just really blowing off all this airspeed. Boy, look at that left to right motion. It's pretty good. We'll do this, and then that'll be the end for the day fly, and then we'll put the sun down a little bit so you can see the lighting. The airport. There we go. Flaps. Gear. Coming down. Bring our manifold pressure back up. I'm gonna get on our blue line here. The Baron, I remember, is a very hands-on airplane, and you have to keep power in this sucker pretty much the whole time until you land. That's what it's all about. Well, we're pretty much right on the glide slope here, just a little low, but that's okay. We'll just maintain this, bring it back down to the blue line for speed. Looking A-okay here, but yeah, look at the buildings. And that's what I really wanted to do with this flight, was just show off the scenery, because it's gorgeous scenery, and we don't rarely fly out of the U.S., and we need to start doing that, because there's some great scenery out there. This thing has a huge displaced threshold on it, so it may seem like we're a tad high, but we're really not. See, we're actually kind of low for this. There we go. A little bus driving around back there. It's a cool ramp on the right-hand side there, too. A little fast here. We're going to bring up back our power. Still holding that blue line. Now we get into the flare, and this is where we do just very small movements on the power. But there's our ground effect there. There's our flare. And we're down. Woo. A little bit of a bouncer there. Let's bring up our flaps in full power. And rotate. Kind of kissed it there, but it was a little bit of a bouncer. Positive rate, gear up. Let's go ahead and change time by hitting Shift L. We'll put the sun down here and we'll get ourselves not all the way at night, but a nice evening flight here. Let's go like this. There we go. Turn on some panel lights here too. How do we do that? We got, oh, we gotta turn all our lights on here. Let's have the taxi and stuff on. Panel lighting is interesting in this airplane. I don't really know where it's located. Panel lights, where are you located? I found them. They're right over here. Bring them up. There we go. Panel lights are on. Maybe the flood, but I'm not worried about that guy. Let's bring him down a little bit, actually. There we go. That's pretty good. Turn our yokes back on. Or no, won't worry about it. Let's have a look outside here. Turn back towards the airport. Don't want to go too high here. Just want to make sure we cleared that mountain back there, which we did. Come back down, remember. Let's go 2,500 on our props here. Reduce our manifold pressure. I don't want this thing to go too quick here since we're doing a touch and go. And we're going to check out the night lighting here. It's a tad hazy still. This thing climbs great, but look at that. Look at the lights back there. That looks awesome. Looks really nice. Keep turning. We should probably take the sun down a little bit more by hitting L so we can see. There we go. There's the airport right off on our right-hand side there. But here, let me put the sun down real quick just so you can see the lighting. I mean, it is fantastic. Look at that. The textures of each individual building in this scenery is really incredible stuff. And the ramp lighting over there. Look at the reflection on the ramp. That looks really good. Okay, let's bring the lights about right here. Looks good. Kind of get a little bit of both, best of both worlds here. Let's descend. Remember, the cruise ship is our friend out there. Little island, and there's the cruise ship right there. So that's our visual point here. Let's descend a little bit more. Let's start bleeding off a lot of speed here. Props forward. Reduce our manifold pressure here. Keep in mind, we're not flying this airplane 100% accurate today because we're just enjoying the scenery and having some fun. Start our turn. Use that electronic trim. It's our best friend in a plane like this. We can descend all at once. I'm fine with the descent profile we have right now. Makes it difficult to try to bleed off airspeed though when we're descending. Of course. There's our cruise ship. Let's go ahead and line up right here for a nice right base. And this is a good spot to start bleeding off some speed. It's getting rocked today by this wind. Absolutely rocked. All right, there we are. Is our white arc there. Put our flaps in. Gear can come down. Add our manifold pressure in. Start our right-hand turn for final. Next, setting the flap. Got the runway in sight. Turned a little too early on final, but that's okay. About 800 feet here, and we're going to fly this little 45-degree angle here until we see two red, two white. That's what we want to do right now. Which they're all red right now, but that's okay. More power here. And we turn final. It's so strange with that that display threshold. You just seem like you're just so low. Yeah, that's much better. But look at the lighting of these buildings at night. So we put the set down a little bit more so you can really see it glow. Isn't that pretty? Let's head high here. Okay, though. Speed really starts to get away from us when we come down this hill right here, I'm noticing. There's a little truck crossing the runway. That's not good. Here we go. A bit left rudder. And we're down. Go easy on the braking here. Let it come to a slow stop. Perfecto. Wasn't too bad of a landing. And that's pretty much Corfu, Greece. It's not bad at all. We still have smoke coming out of the airplane? Yes, we do. You better believe we do. Not even worth watching the replay because it'll just be black smoke central. So let's go ahead and get on the brakes here and we can do a nice little taxi into the ramp because I want to show you the night lighting of the ramp textures. And that is what's really cool. And up. There we go. Go left here. And if you want to do any of the, Carenado options, you have these right here. Tinted windows and reflections. All that stuff. We'll just taxi in here. I forgot how much I love this airplane. I'm going to look into the black smoke issue. If I can fix that with REP, that would be great. But this is a great airplane to do live streams and stuff with. I love GA. I know a lot of people said they're tired of seeing me fly tube-liners and airliners. But honestly, when I put out GA videos, GA flying videos, not very many people really care for that on YouTube. So I do this in my free time anyway, but I tend to do live streams with GA airplanes. Just based on like the like ratio and how much people engage with those videos compared to airliners. But I understand it. For those of you that really like GA stuff, I totally get what you're saying. I like it too. Landing lights can come off. We just keep that taxi light on and look at the night lighting. Look at the night lighting. That right there. That is so good. So good. Fly Tampa, you geniuses. You really know how to make a great airport. We're going to taxi over this way and check it out. Even further. Let's bring our flaps up. Get up that left-hand side. Yeah, this thing taxis like a beast. I'm going to go ahead and pull my props back a little bit here. Manage our speed better. We got a Hertz bus there. Look at that. See all the airport equipment here. I'll taxi over this way. Back to the GA ramp. But look at the reflections. It's a fantastic scenery. It really is. There's a new scenery that came out as well for St. Martin. And we all know how much we love Princess Juliana St. Martin Airport. We'll have to do some of that next time. And we'll do some classic, 747s and 737s and whatnot. Flying over Maho Beach. That's a ton of fun. Oh, look at that little tug out there working. And that looks like a Bell 407 or something there. Or 212, not a 407. Like a 212. Because it's the UH-1 like body style. I see a little tug. I'm not going to run into you. Don't worry. Just look at that. It looks so good. Let's bring the sun back out. I'm going to do it slowly here so it doesn't burn everybody's retinas out here. There we go. It's evening time. And look at the volumetric grass. That is something that's really cool. Turn in this way. We'll turn around back the other way. Whoa. What are you doing, Sim? Acting crazy. Bring up the sun here. There we go. Pretty much how we started things off here. God, this thing taxis absolutely quick. Turn you around. There's our black smoke we know and love so much. Okay, man. We'll come in here like this and park it. That'll do right there. That'll do just fine. Plot that parking brake. Fantastic. And let's do the engine shutdown checklist. Parking brake is set. Props go to high RPM. Throttles to 1,000 RPM. Fuel boost pumps are off. Electrical and avionics equipment can come off like that. Then we have mixture controls, idle cutoff for both engines. There we go. Magneto start switches can go to off after the engines stop, which we just did. Off and off. And then we can do battery. Oh, there we go. That wasn't too bad. Open the door. Open a window. And welcome back to Corfu, Greece. Isn't that a gorgeous airport? It really is. And it's very famous for this approach over here. The airliners come in right here, and people like to hang out right on this bridge. So we could get some awesome shots right here. We might have to do some flights into this airport and change things up with with the A320. There's a new sound set that came out for the Flight Factor A320, so that is another thing I'm working at. But I have pretty much had my head in the systems of the A350. So I do want to do a video of that. Anywho, that's going to do it for this look at the Fly Tampa Corfu scenery. It is gorgeous. You know, if you're interested in grabbing it, you can get it at the xplane.org store. Those sprites like that. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.